Okay, this is going to be a good one. I think I haven't watched it yet. This is Lynn and Mallory, and Lynn is a black belt. Mallory's brown belt. Um, so this should be fun. I've been waiting to watch this one. So let's see if I can get things going here. There we go. All right, that was good. This is kind of a simple ankle pick, kind of a wrestling up position. And it's like Lynn's going to try to wrestle up here. Go into a single. That's good. So Mallory's really good at this position here. She always goes for this 100%. It's extremely effective. Just because once she has that underhook and she just kind of rotates, you have to kind of go that direction. It kind of turns into a little bit of a neck crank if you resist it. If you go with it, it's not so bad. But it does lead into a lot of different transitions and possible submissions. So this is a very good thing to do, especially from a single. So she went for it there, and that was actually interesting. Let me back up real quick. I want to see that okay. So right here, so right there. So the rotation, and right here, Lynn is able to kind of retract here and kind of slide her arm out a little bit. See the arm slide there? So now her elbow, her shoulder is getting underneath there, and this is preventing her from actually getting swept, obviously, because the 100% is no longer there. So she pops out. Lynn has really good pressure passing. And this is a perfect example here. We got she's trying to control the legs, Mallory's legs, and really putting that shoulder pressure down, and we'll begin to pass. Mallory's doing a good job here. She's up on her arm here, which is extremely important. I always stress how important this is to students at Val. Always kind of stay up. If they're not if they're below your waistline, you should be up on an arm here. And then there's a good frame here Mallory's trying to do. So so far this is a bit of a. We'll see what happens. So right there, you see how Mallory can retract and start to wrestle up and start to actually go active and get aggressive to kick back on top. This is why we want to stay up on that arm. And here we go. So Lynn goes to a body lock. Mallory's taking an overhook here to the back. This could turn into a sweep. But Mallory switches to the outside. Gets on top. Lynn's playing a little bit of De La Hiva here, but without grabbing the leg. So this is good. There we go. So there's the De La Hiva. Mallory's trying to pull that leg over to go into a bit of a leg drag. If she can get the Lynn's left leg here across her body, this side, and start to get her left foot kind of behind her, she can actually start to turn this into a leg drag. So this will be a bit of a battle here. Now Lynn just kind of brings her back the other direction, which is kind of what De La Hiva is really good for. Mallory's turning away and turning her foot at this angle. When you're playing De La Hiva, excuse me, and playing De La Hiva in general, you want the toes to be, facing you. So when Mallory turns her foot this direction, it's a hard grip to hold on to. It's not you don't have as much connection. Again, Mallory's here trying to kill this hook here, and Lynn has a really good frame on the bicep, which is a really good placement. Right here, I'd like to see Lynn kind of like get her knees back underneath her and start to wrestle up here. This is not going to be very effective for very long, just because Mallory can actually start to rotate and go around in circles and switch her hips and all these things. So this is not bad. She's up on her arm, which is really good. But getting into a guard here, you'd have to get into a guard or just begin to wrestle up. So we'll see if she does that. There we go. So she opted to go back to a guard. But then she's kind of shooting in here. And all right, so Mallory goes to the back. There's a seat belt. Okay, controlling the hip there. And Lynn's doing a good job here going to a tripod. So we're going to be in a tripod position. Mallory should have a bit of a body lock with a double inside position. So we'll see how this goes. Good. Trying to get Mallory's trying to grab the foot there just to kind of get her off balance to drop her backwards. Back to the 100%. So this hand's going under to go to the 100% to see if she can roll in this direction. Lynn's going back to a wrestling up position to see if she can go for the leg. Now we may be getting into a crucifix type position, possibly. No. So there's no crucifix yet. You can see Lynn's right arm here is on the inside position, which is a good thing. And Mallory's legs do not have the arm. Good. And that was really good. Lynn kind of rolls through that. That was really nice. Body connection, nice. Fixing her shorts there. I think her foot got caught, I think. So really good on here with the knee riding position. Mallory's kind of playing this kind of in between position, and she is knee riding, but she's really using that leg to pin Lynn's leg down here, which is actually just kind of pins her hips down just a little bit. Now we have a cross face here, and we'll see how Lynn deals with this. So she's trying to push the cross face over her head so she can duck in, which is a good thing. We'll see if she can get to a guard here. So there's a bit of a quarter guard here with Lynn on bottom. She's protecting her face. She keeps her hands in front of her face so Mallory can't actually get the cross face. Shrimps out. See if she goes to turtle here, or if there she goes. She switches her hips to go to turtle. Mallory's switching again to a body lock with a seatbelt. Lynn's doing a really good job here, staying really tight, right? Staying tight, not letting her arms out. Okay, so Mallory now has the seatbelt position. Pulls her back to try to attack the back. Okay, both hooks are in. And that was really nice what Lynn just did right there. I was actually just talking about this the other day, I believe with Mallory actually, was to try to defend the back, to give the person double unders. And I know this is kind of a crazy thing to say, but because we're always trying to protect our inside position. But honestly, if you look at this position, yeah, there's a little more control and you're kind of stuck, but you do get two things. One is you can't be strangled, obviously, because both arms are underneath your armpits. And two, you can actually start to go high. Meaning your head, Lynn's head here, can start to go over here, and so you can start to push up her hips and start to ride high. In which case, then there would no longer it'd be very difficult. Mallory would have to start to reset the position. So I do like that she swung her arm through there and just kind of gave the double inside. It's one method. So okay, right here, do you see how Lynn's here is pulling up and she's kicking up high? She's trying to get high here, and you see how Mallory's head here is getting, towards the middle of the back, or towards the shoulders, middle back. So Mallory can't effectively, even if Mallory were to actually switch her position here and actually get her arms with a seatbelt, it'd be very, very difficult to actually finish the position because Lynn is riding so high. If you notice down here, you notice that Mallory actually switched her hooks. She had she had two hooks in. Now she's actually switched to a twister back control position. So we'll see if Lynn starts to slide out to her left, Mallory's going to probably try to control this arm here to try to go to a twister control. Good. So Mallory was trying to get that hook or her arm to hook in and get the arm, but Lynn does a really good job of getting separation, the back to chest separation, and reaching for the foot to kind of anchor her in and bring herself towards the feet. I can't see if she's actually trying to go for a footlock or something. I mean, this would be difficult to do from this position, but it does get her forward and disconnected. So this is actually really good. She rotates out of it. That was cool. Mallory sees it, goes on top, tries to keep the position on top. Going back to a bit of a panda position here. But she's really controlling, keeping her hands close to her head, trying to maintain the inside position. Mallory's really looking for that right hook, that her right foot here is trying to hook in and try to get to a crucifix position. She's very good at that position. But again, you can see Lynn's elbows are really tight here. She's very aware of that position, so she's staying really tight. Oh, her arm's up, but she's tripoding now, so this is different now. She's starting to open up. So tripoding. So switches back to just like a panda type position. Mallory switches to a seatbelt. She's trying to go for around the neck. Lynn has her hand on the inside, kind of the Home Alone defense type of thing. Okay. Again, Mallory opts to go to this twister position, twister back control. So Mallory's driving her hips in and try to keep tight to the back. Very good job. Lynn actually got the hook out there, killed the hooks. She's just really trying to maintain inside position here. She's doing a really good job keeping her hands to the inside. You can't. It's very difficult to strangle someone. I actually watched a match. It was like, well, I didn't watch. I probably watched an hour and a half of it, but there was a match a while back that was like 2-3 hours long, and the person just kept their hands on their face. And the guy couldn't strangle them. So it's obviously pretty effective. There's things you can do, but it's actually very effective. Again, a good tripod. So she rolls through. That was beautiful. So let's take a look at that again. So Lynn tripods. You see the arm there. You see Mallory's arm. So Mallory goes to the seatbelt right here. But the problem is, as you can see, Mallory's arm is trapped. Lynn actually pinches her elbow here and is going to go to a roll. Because she's tripoding and her hips are higher than Mallory's here, she's able to just kind of drop her weight down to the left here. And this is going to force Mallory into a roll. Right here. See that? So she has to roll through. Boom. And now Lynn actually lands into reverse case position. And again, Mallory goes right back to this kind of 100% grip with an S grip. So she goes to an S grip and is trying to keep that connection with that type of 100% grip. And the reason why, because she doesn't want Lynn to actually turn and face her and actually get to side control. She's trying to keep that angle. So now, it's going to be very hard for Lynn to actually turn this direction and actually start to face Mallory. And of course, if Lynn tries to go, she can't go to the opposite direction towards Mallory's head, because then that would just end up being a scramble, and it wouldn't be a good. Well, she might do. Let's see. So this is interesting. So I really like this. This is very creative. If you notice, Mallory's pulling on the shoulder here, but then Lynn decides to anchor on the leg. So this is just something you do because you're a black belt and you just kind of figure out stuff. So, so she's kind of keep anchoring here. So she's preventing herself from being pulled backwards. Stepping over. It's creative. Mallory goes back to the back. So it looks like Lynn's trying to turn and try to get to the cover girl position, we call it, trying to turn into the person to try to get to face Mallory here. And she's doing a pretty good job. Right now, Mallory's having a hard time. She's Mallory needs to either pull her back to her left or she needs to start to climb to the back. And Lynn's, another good thing I like what Lynn's doing here is controlling this hand. Really good hand control. If she can hold on to this grip here, it'll serve her well for a bit, but we'll see. It's a good rule of thumb I always say is like if you can hold on to the whoever's hands are on top in these particular positions like back mount, whoever's hands are on top is generally in control and has opportunity. So and that'll go back and forth. It's not end all be all, but okay. So Lynn's trying to kill that that top hook there. Mallory keeps the deep hook there. That was really nice. Okay. That's it. So that was a really good roll. So really good transitions, really good defense with Lynn, and sweeps. I really like that sweep. She did that tripod sweep to like basically a shoulder roll. And Mallory has really good back retention, really utilizing the 100% position, twister back control. All in all, this is a really good roll. I really enjoyed that. So yeah, this is a good one, and we will do another one here shortly. All right, thanks.